Hey guys, just a small disclaimer before the video starts. At 2,000 subscribers, I'm gonna be doing a rank giveaway. Obviously, 2,000 subscribers is a little decent part away, but I feel like we can do it pretty quickly as, I don't know, the summer's here and all the Skyblock players are assembling back into the game. So, yeah. If you want a chance to win the rank, when I do hit 2,000 subscribers, I'll probably post a video at that time. So all you gotta do is just leave a like, comment, and then subscribe. And I'll just choose a random one of you guys, and I'll show you, I'll just do like a roulette wheel, and yeah. And considering I only have 2,000 subscribers, and how many of those 2,000 are actually commenting, you probably have a really good chance of winning a rank. And it's not going to be like just a VIP rank, it could be like you're already MVP, I just buy you MVP plus. Whatever it is, I got you. But yeah, let's get back into the video. Look who's just won the election. So, as you know, or probably do know, Mayor Derpy is a special mayor, so you get no minister for this week. Yeah, you just get, this person. So if we look here, there's very interesting looking perks. So the main two important ones that you really want to focus on are turbo minions and more skills. I want to start off with quad taxes though. It just says 4 times the normal amount of taxes. So it means in the AH, the Bazaar, you're paying 4 times more the normal amount of taxes. Honestly, pretty bad. And it is what it is, but it'll only last for a few days. So if you can, just stand not using the auction house for a little bit, then you should be chilling. Turbo minions is super important because it's implying that all the minions from this point on have double the output. So I would say that if you really want to make use of minions, I would say put in the best fuel. For me personally, I would probably use the hamster wheels or anything even better like cheese, because it doubles the output of all that stuff, which is it's just insane. So make sure you're putting into account how good turbo minions is. Double mobs HP. All monsters have double health. It's basically exactly what it says. Every monster in the game, in the end, the overworld, in the Crimson Isles, they all have twice their health, even mini bosses. So yeah, keep that in mind when you're just you look at things and they're way stronger. Even pests have this applied. Now, in my eyes, the most important skill is more skills. So you gain 50% more skill experience. So for most Skyblock players that have been in the community for a decent bit, whenever we see derpy, it's pretty common to assume we're either foraging or doing alchemy. And the reason this is because for foraging, it's an extremely difficult skill to level up. Basically notorious for being one of the worst skills to level up in the entire game. Me personally, and I feel like I've foraged a lot, I'm only foraging 21. Insane compared to my mining or literally anything else. Some people say that you can do foraging in this time, and I would only recommend foraging, to be honest, if you're really far into the game. Because the thing is, there's going to be a lot of competition for foraging, which will be really annoying unless you have an optimized setup. And as someone on my normal profile who's around level 270, I've never needed foraging for my strength. And if that strength is gonna get you to where you are, then you probably, I don't know, you're probably min-max at that point, you know what I mean? Secondly, alchemy. So alchemy is super important, and the reason why is because first, it extends God Pot duration, which is the only way to extend God Pot duration. So right now I have alchemy 21, but I didn't do it during derpy. So when it comes to leveling up alchemy XP, there's 2 things you want to put into consideration. The first one is what pet you're going to level up. So personally, most people are probably going to do the sheep because it's just so cheap to get, and it's just in general a really good pet in terms of mana conservation. And then secondly, you could do the parrot pet, which is also really good, but obviously gotten from the dark auction, so not everyone has access to it. It's a little expensive, but something to put in consideration if you want to make money out of alchemy. Which you can, I think, during derpy, but I've never personally made money, but you can try. So yeah, make sure you have an alchemy pet. As you can see here, it says alchemy pet, because it'll gain more EXP for these alchemy stuff in comparison to other pets, which will gain way less. Now you're probably asking me, what type of potion would you brew during this alchemy stuff? So there's actually 2 main options, but people don't really know about the second one that much. So the first option you can do is something called enchanted sugarcane. So enchanted sugarcane, what it does is it lets you brew these speed potions, which give you around 15k exp per potion you brew, assuming you follow water bottle, nether wart, and then the e-cane. And yeah, it says 15k per potion, and you can get 3 potions per enchanted e-cane, so that's around 45,000 base exp. Now, assuming you have a cookie and a God Pot active, plus like wait, is that it? Yeah, basically all that stuff should get you to, you know, it's just a lot of extra like multiplier. I can show you mine, for example. For the wisdom on my alchemy, I have 45 alchemy wisdom, which is 1.45 multiplier. So you would do what is it, 45,000 times 1.45, which is around 65.25 thousand exp, or for reference 65,250 exp per like full alchemy stand, which is a lot. Another thing that people don't really know about is absorption potions. So absorption potions you can create using enchanted golden blocks. So you can see here I have 66 golden enchanted gold blocks as comparison to my Ecane, which I only have, you know, 0 of. And I don't know if I'm saying this correctly, but I'm pretty sure that it gives the exact same amount of EXP as Ecane. Now my logic here is that I actually mine for enchanted gold blocks faster than I do enchanted Ecane. And the reason is because I've just spec'd into like mining way more than I have farming. So I'd recommend that if you're on an Iron Man profile, you just choose whichever skill you do best, whether it's mining or farming, and you choose one instead of focusing on just Ecane, which obviously not everyone's really good at farming, so it might, you know, be less efficient if you do the farming route. If you're a normal profile, just buy whatever's cheaper. As you can see here in the sack, it shows the prices of, you know, each thing. This is around under 100k for each, and then for this one it's 100k, a little over 100k. So just like up to you, whichever costs the least. That's assuming they give the same alchemy XP, which I'm pretty sure they do. I'm gonna link that. I already showed the photo, but like, yeah, hopefully I'm right. And one last thing, if you really care about not losing too much money, what you want to do is when you brew these potions, you want to actually include an enchanted glowstone dust for each one of these. And the reason this is because when you sell it to the NPC using /trades, you can actually sell the potion for more after you put the enchanted glowstone as comparison to without the glowstone, because I don't know, the price is just higher. Just trust me on that. And one of the main things I want to say is that enchanted glowstone is really easy to get. It's also very cheap, so it's just one of those things where if you want to like make your money back but put in a little more time, then it's good to put into consideration extra glowstone dust. But yeah, that's just something I wanted to say in case like you feel like you're losing too much money and you're not making, you know, like some of your money back from this alchemy stuff. Okay, so in terms of skill EXP, it isn't just foraging and alchemy. I do want to say that it also applies to the like skill EXP you get from minions. So the reason I'm saying this is because a lot of people don't really like spec into certain skills and leave their minions like to run forever. And I would say right now particularly is the best time to collect your minions in terms of skill EXP. For me, I don't really need it too much, but if you're starting out fishing and you haven't gotten that much fishing EXP and you've had these minions down for a super long time, I recommend you collect it now because you get so much EXP like when it comes to like just collecting the minions for like the early fishing levels. And so the main point of that is that as long as you know haven't collected these in a long time, you're gonna get 50% more EXP than you would have collecting it at any other time. And considering derpy is a special mare, you're not gonna get this chance again. So yeah, make sure you're collecting all your minions as of right now in terms of minion EXP, because it's just so good. Also, in terms of the other skills, I don't want you to think that you should only do foraging and only do alchemy during like derpy. Fishing, farming, combat, well maybe not combat, but mining, all those skills, if you just want to level them up, you can do whatever you want, because understand that it's still more efficient to do these skills now than if you were to do it at any other time. So even though I don't recommend you do these skills, I would still say that if you want to level them up for maybe, you know, to reach a certain requirement or unlock a new gear set, I'm not going to dissuade you from doing like these skills. Just understand that the reason why people recommend these is because they're just notoriously hard and take forever to level up. But yeah, that's basically everything you should be doing during derpy. It's super important to follow these mare cycles, especially during the special mares, because it makes progression way quicker. You're going to waste less time doing stupid stuff. And you know, obviously taking the most efficient route isn't always the most fun, but sometimes you just got to do what you got to do. But yeah, that's basically it. Just want to say before the video ends, if you haven't left a sub, I'd really appreciate it if you did. You know, the summer is like coming up, you know, super quickly, and I just wanted to let you guys know that I'll be doing way more content, possibly live streaming, and just, you know, doing more content stuff compared to what I was doing during the school year. But yeah, I appreciate your guys' support so much, and it's just been such a fun experience doing all this content stuff. Hope you guys had a blessed day, and I'll see you guys in the next video.